Welcome everybody to the grand finals for the inaugural. We've got a best of 5 for you today between two of the hottest teams in Southeast Asia. It's Scythe, Singapore up against Titan, the boys from Malaysia. We've got a cross-country rivalry between Singapore and Malaysia, and right now a best of 5 grand finals to find out who is the best team in Southeast Asia as far as the inaugural is concerned. And we've got a best of 5. It wouldn't be appropriate if I didn't have my co-caster with me, and my co-caster, of course, none other than Winter? Hello?
I didn't hear you what you said. Sorry.
I just introduced you. I said hello. I
Okay.
said,
Hi. What's up?
I proposed to you, you rejected me, you shut me down, but you've also agreed to some other things, which I'll remind you of later, so. It'll all make...
I still haven't got my food.
Yeah, well. You now owe me a certain something after, just what you just agreed to, so.
What?
We'll discuss details later, okay?
What did
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
You didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Okay, yeah, that's what you think. But we got a best of 5, a no game advantage going either way. It was a straight up single elimination play.
I can't hear you.
It's okay. We seem to be going good and strong. Winter, can you hear me any better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay,
Did you do something?
I think it was maybe on my end. I had a loose connection, let's say. But... Grand
Yeah,
finals, best of 5. Whew. What's your thoughts?
I think Titan will be the favorites. Based on recent form.
Yeah. Both these two teams did really well in their semifinals. Titan beating Execration 3-0, Scythe winning their semifinal 3-0 against RRQ. So they're both coming into this grand finals in good form, but I think you're right that Titan have been in just stronger form. But this is a good chance for Scythe to prove themselves in the Southeast Asian scene. A best of 5 against the considered best team in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, and having Centaur and Inaugural, I have more confidence in Scythe now. Recently we played against them and they ran when they had Inaugural, it's always most of the time Miracle will be playing it solo mid position. They seem like they don't run Exalt Invoker anymore. They will only run Quas Wax on Miracle. Solo mid goes for Orchid first item, something like a carry Invoker. And the Centaur sometimes could be, if you're going for like greedy support side, you can't contest the lane, they will sometimes run an Abaddon and Centaur dual lane on your carry's lane, and he just like double edge with the shield on you from the start.
All right. Well, we'll see what Titan do. They get the Ember Spirit Nyx Assassin. Ember Spirit is just saying Yamate's gonna be playing, or is this more a KYXY hero?
Yamate will not play this hero. This is a KYXY hero.
Okay.
They will most of the time mostly run it solo mid position. They won't run it on the safe lane for Yamate. Maybe sometimes they'll change it if the Ember doesn't have a good laning matchup in the middle lane, but that's about it. Mostly it's played by KYXY.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Shadow Shaman is the next support for Titan. So they've got Titan with a Nyx and Shadow Shaman. Nyx is probably a Hyos hero for the offlane, so...
yeah, sometimes it might be his hero, sometimes it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what the plan is here.
Looking at his heroes now, he still has like Darkseer and Clockwork. So I guess if he doesn't have anything else, they would just probably put the Nyx on his position.
Yeah. It's one of those things where Titan can be flexible. They can wait and see how the draft develops, what other offlane, what side pick up with these series. If they can get away with Nyx, Shadow Shaman as their two supports, they could do so. But otherwise, we may just see Nyx in the offlane. Yeah,
something came to my mind when I see Invoker and Centaur. I remember the Exalt Invoker and a Roaming Centaur by DK.
Yeah, this is Salah all over.
I don't know if they'll do it, because every time I see them run these two heroes, it's always Quas Wax Invoker, Miracle will be playing it, and Centaur will be off lane.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe you change things up when you see Shaman. Easy target.
for Scythe, they haven't. Like, generally, it's Pelosin who plays the Invoker, so probably Pelosin on the Invoker. Do you think that's right, or does Miracle play it every now and then?
Miracle plays it if it's a Quaswax Solo Mid Invoker, and Centaur will be played by Polozon. Usually when this tool is in, uh,
Okay.
actually not Polozon playing the Centaur, it's Hannah. Hannah is playing the Centaur.
Yeah.
Recent games is always Miracle taking the Quaswax
Oh,
Invoker.
really? Okay, because in their match against RRQ, it was Pelosin playing Invoker with Miracle still on the carry
Uh,
role.
didn't see that match,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So
maybe it depends on heroes.
yeah. We'll
Like the 2 or 3 heroes that I see recently, Miracle has been playing in solo mid position is like TA, Invoker, and OD.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sometimes even a Shadow Fiend. I remember a few games. That's when a few situations where he doesn't go to the safe lane.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what the plan's going to be here with Scythe. Once you see the carry hero picked up, we probably get a pretty good idea of who's going to be on what role. For now, they pick up a support Sanking, and no real surprises there. One of the most popular support heroes in the SEA Dota scene. Actually, surprising Titan didn't pick it up with any of their opening picks, but they've got themselves a different boat of heroes for now, at least.
Yeah, but it's gonna be weird if they wanted to pick it in the third pick after the Ember and Nyx. They
Yeah.
went for the Ember and Nyx to start things off because like Nyx is a very good counter towards Ember. Ember sucks at fighting against Nyx.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, at Scythe at this point, one hero is that can actually, fight and pick off Ember Spirit. Invoker's not bad at that, especially if you go like an Orchid build.
Mhm.
Sanking has a Blink Initiation, but they may even want
Yeah.
more Silence and Blink Initiation.
Not to mention if Invoker versus Ember, Crossfax Invoker is very strong against Ember in the lane, 1 versus 1. Ember is gonna have a tough time.
Yeah.
Generally I see some players in that type of situation go for Pearl Manchu at level 1.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Hold on a sec. For those of you in Dota TV, hello. I'm trying to. Apparently, there's a bit of echo. Are you casting to Dota TV Winter?
Uh, I don't understand.
No. Well, have you got your Dota TV your open mic on?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
have it.
Okay. We
I
think we.
remember, I remember. Today I'm earlier than you and I remember to set up my stuff.
Yeah. Well. Wow, Winter. I was getting a much needed nap. I've had like 3 hours of sleep in the last 48 hours. Okay. So
Okay,
that was
sorry.
I finished casting the WVW matches, and I was like, yes, I've got 2 hours before my next cast. Time to get whatever sleep I can get. So I took my 2 hour nap, and here I am. I actually feel a lot better than I did for that WVW series. Normally I wake up and I feel groggy, but I felt really tired to begin with. It was not my best casting for WVW, but we're
Do
back
you have
now.
some coffee?
I just got some ice water. I washed my face, and I don't believe in coffee, Winter. That's like loser talk. You don't people who rely on coffee. No.
Oh,
Uh,
LD always has his coffee.
yeah, there's weak minds. No. Well, we'll see.
Uh,
Lifestealer picked up by Titan in the fourth slot here, so
and Scythe has Dazzle plus Centaur. This is also
yeah. I,
very effective.
I like Scythe's the choice to pick up the Dazzle. I think this is a really scary support to combine with their team, and I feel like Lifestealer may not have been the best carry choice for Titan here.
The Life Stealer is like one of the reasons I feel being picked up is because like Life Stealer against Centaur early stage in the lane is very good. Since he has a lot of strength, less armor, and Fizz will be able to just destroy the Centaur.
Yeah.
But in the mid game, you go on anyone, he just stampedes and everybody runs away from the Life Stealer. That's the annoying part for that. And they need something like they need a lot of lockdown for this Life Stealer. And currently I'm guessing like Nyx will be on Ohio's position, so they're
Yeah.
gonna look
Yeah.
to pick another support here. I feel like Rubik could be good. A lot of spells to steal, especially with Sand King and Centaur. There's already two good stuns to steal, and not to mention Invoker has anything you get from the Invoker is useful. Dazzle as well.
Well, we'll see what it is that they want to pick up here with its last couple picks, but it's gonna be a puck for Titan. Ooh.
I think this is the off lane puck, and then the Nyx will be the support with
Yeah.
Shaman.
So I haven't seen Ohio play much offlane puck, but it looks like that's maybe what we're going to be getting in with this fifth pick of Titan. So a different style of draft coming out from the Malaysian squad.
Yeah, that's why they picked the Life Stealer up before this
Yeah.
as well. Like a very good combination, and looking at the Puck's lane against the two supports, he's actually quite reliable against the Dazzle and tanking. Very hard for them to gank him in the lane.
Yep.
Or I should say her, because Puck is like female. Or maybe
Yeah.
not.
Well, is Puck actually female, or is that just is Puck like one of those neither female or male characters?
I don't know.
Me neither. I
The
don't know these
voice
things.
is like a her.
Yeah, it looks more like a her. Like, not to
Oh, I like the last pick because they
Faceless
saw
Void.
Titans lineup, the full lineup, Nyx and Shaman. You
Yeah.
can't actually contest the tri-lane, and you can go for a super greedy carry, FE.
Yeah. And Faceless Void matches up well against the Life Stealer and also the Ember Spirit. When Ember Spirit's using Sleight of Fist, you can just pop a Chronosphere where he's going to be coming back to. So
Yeah, he
Um,
can't zip out away from
yeah.
that.
pretty
This might
nice.
be actually be an Exort Invoker though, because there's Chronosphere. I don't know. I feel, but Cosmax is still really good at dealing against the Ember Spirit in the lane.
Oh, Winter, I'm going to quickly restart my Dota 2. Apparently, I'm still getting a couple echo problems, so bear with me.
It's the same as the other day when I was with LD. I don't know if has
Was it
anything.
something on LD side or was that on your side?
I don't know. I didn't change anything from my side.
It may be something going on here. I may just be. I checked the microphone. The Steam settings should be all good, but you never know. You never know. It's Let me.
Mute co-broadcaster on.
I never
Open
know
mic.
quite for sure.
Open mic threshold all the way to the left. Okay, everything is done.
I've restarted up Dota 2, which maybe sometimes you just got to get back in the game, but we'll now hopefully load back in okay without problem and get into our first game 1 of the best of 5.
They
So,
paused the game. I guess it's for you.
nice. What nice guys. Maybe.
I don't-
Well, you know, SEA Dota man, always a pause when you start. Especially Myth Trust. Whenever I'm casting Myth Trust, there's always a long pause at some point in the game.
There's always a team discussion. You need a timeout. I wonder if they'll implement something like a timeout so the coaches can talk to the players.
Yeah.
Next time. It'll be interesting.
I think Valve at TI are going to be like very no pauses at all for any reason. Like online tournaments, you can't really prevent it because like a team pauses, they say someone's lagging, they say someone has a issue, like you can't really question it. But at LAN, Valve are there behind you, like, dude, why are you pausing? You have no reason to pause. So
Yeah. Oh well. And by the way, it's gonna be Invoker by
Miracle,
Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Polozon will be playing the FV.
I can ship that. We'll introduce our two teams. How does that sound here? We'll start on the Dire side. I'll introduce the Singaporeans, and you can introduce your Malaysian brothers. We've got Scythe, the Singaporean squad on the Dire side. Here in the Grand Finals, Game 1, we've got X-Freedom playing the Dazzle. We've got Chibix playing the Sand King. Pelosin on the Faceless Void carrying Miracle as Mikasa playing the Solar Mid Invoker. And then finally, Hannes on the offlane Centaur for Scythe.
You always have something for Singaporeans, yeah?
30 seconds.
No,
to battle.
I just wanted to respect you and your wish to introduce
Okay,
the team you know so well, Winter. I don't know what you're getting at.
On the Raiden side, we have Team Titan, Ohio playing the Punk, KYXY on the Imba Spirit, Nat will be on the Nyx Assassin, Shadow Shaman by Xing, and lastly we have the Captain on the Lifestealer, played by Yamate.
I almost give a favor towards Scythe's draft. I prefer their draft this game. I don't know if you feel the same, but
Yeah,
Battle
same. Because I
begins.
felt like the last pick, the FE actually put Titan in a very tough spot. Titan needs to win a lot in the early to mid phase, otherwise late game is very tough. FE,
Yeah.
Invoker, and Centaur. The Lifestealer is going to have a very hard time. He's going for a Ring of Protection on the Lifestealer.
they want to
They
push
want
down the fast tower with a battery.
Yeah, they want to push down faster. There's nothing else you can get with the Ring.
Trinkle Boots Lifestealer, man. I don't know. Oh, this is actually quite smart. He makes sure the range creep isn't gonna
Yeah.
push out the wave.
Usually one of the supports we always do it. Oh no, he didn't actually do it properly.
No.
Like this is a bit of bad luck. But he might still be able to control the wave though.
Yeah.
He might still be able to control the wave.
It's not
Yeah,
as bad as if the range creep is way out in front of the rest of the creep wave. That's where you
Yeah.
lose complete control and get 2 range creep, and you've lost the creep wave pushes out incredibly far. So, well, it seems like he's doing an okay job controlling the creep wave. Now, Sand King in the jungle is trying to de-ward this sentry which is being placed. Unfortunately,
Yeah, he
Isn't
can't.
the vision.
He thinks it's like in the common spots, but
Yeah.
oh well. I think you can't really hit it unless you tangle all the way in. I haven't tried this before.
you can tango one of these. I think it looks like if you just he. Oh, did you see it? He tangled the wrong one?
He's gonna waste a lot of time. Oh crap.
He's really relying on getting these pulls and stacks as well. I think he just needs to start stacking some of these other camps maybe instead. Even stack the big camp on the far left. Dazzle can help out with that, but yeah, this is going to hurt Sanking a lot. While Nyx Assassin's already starting to pull.
And looking at the middle lane, so he went for a stout shield on the Ember instead of having the whole permanent shield. I guess it's better. He wants to have more regen, so I guess it's not too much of a problem for him. But looking at the CS right now, is Invoker having quite a good lead over the Ember.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Miracle, one of those mechanically sound players, and it's a slight mismatch for the Ember Spirit this lane. Would you say? Like, you give Invoker a little bit of an edge in the 1v1 stage?
Yeah, for sure. And if someone ganks, like gets a gang off on the Ember's gonna have a tough time. The key thing is to get the gang off. If you have a if you choose to go for crossbacks with your Invoker, you must get a gang off on the Ember to justify it.
Dazzle's here, but Ember Spirit scattered him, picking up the Invis rune. Should have a pretty good idea that he's could be nearby, and Dazzle alone is not going to get a kill on KYXY. Well, actually, he doesn't have any points in Flame Guard, but I don't imagine he should.
He's going for the more Western type of skill build.
Oh, you see rotation from the Nyx Assassin. Impel onto Freedom. Freedom needs to be careful. He's got no Shallow Grave.
They actually could have killed the Dazzle if he saved, but yeah, but they didn't know he was still standing there. So, oh well.
I'm used to seeing change on the Invoker, unfortunately, but alright. Nothing too crazy to start things off here.
Yeah. As soon as the Invoker gets one more level, then it's gonna be tough for Ember, especially if he goes for this build, doesn't have Flame Guard, which means that if he gets called out, it's gonna be easy for the Invoker to kill him. But on the other hand, going for the Chains and Slide build, it's actually better for the Ember's team to gank the Invoker as well.
You and
yeah, this lane is actually very dangerous for both of the solos. Like, whoever makes the better rotation to kill.
And you only need one support to rotate. It's not like you need both supports to come help out, because both Invoker and Ember Spirit have a lot of killing power.
Yeah, one support for the Invoker or one support for the Ember, and either side is dead.
Looking at offlane, is Puck sit level 3, Centaur not quite level 3, but I don't think Centaur's going to be too worried about just half a level being behind the Puck, so both offlanes getting zoned up pretty well.
I think it's like because of Puck being able to deal with these two supports particularly well. Like the Dazzle and the Sand King it's very difficult for them to catch out the Puck. So it's expected for the Puck to have slightly a better time than the Centaur.
Titan guaranteed the 4-minute rune.
Centaur will be like more global presence when he has level 6.
I think Centaur's one of those heroes who, even if he gets to level 6 a bit slower, even if he gets a Blink Dagger up a lot later on, he can have really high impact, even getting those level 6s a lot later. Whereas Puck, his level 6, sure he can get kills with Dream Call, but nowhere near as easily as a Global Stampede.
Yeah, I think like the Centaur's ultimate is just very utility-wise. Like you can use it to save a teammate. That's also a really valuable asset for your team. Rather than the Puck is just like you need to be there beforehand to save your team. Centaur can just be anywhere to save you.
And gonna be a gank attempt on mid lane. We talked about it. They only need one hero, but they're gonna bring two. KYXY gets thrown up in the air. Sanking's going to Burrow Strike the Cold Snap. There's also Hoof Stomp. Impel going to catch out to the EMPs there as well. KYXY still alive. Pops a Magic Stick after the EMP. They stack their stuns a bit there. The Cold Snap and the Burrow Strike. I guess you kind of want to get the Burrow Strike as early as possible, but that was a hard kill to get, however you look at it.
It was still very hard because Centaur doesn't... If he has 1 point in double edge, then maybe they will get a kill. But he's like only... Oh, he's gonna run into Extinct.
Extinct can't kill him on his own, and the Lifesteal he does have Phase Boots, but isn't close enough. If Lifesteal tries to protect this tower, maybe he goes down, because Yamate does have the fast Phase Boots up to get aggressive if he chooses to.
Yeah, but at the moment, I think that their main priority is still trying to lower this tower as much as possible since they went for the Basilisk. And middle lane, that is going towards, maybe they try to set up a kill.
They've gone in on Hannah bottom lane. There's her Shackles, Yamate, double TP's coming in. They need to get the hell out of this. Shadow Shaman's going to be our first blood, it looks like. Extinct in trouble, the double edge is there. Yamate's looking for the trade, he needs to be careful because Hannah just holding his ground and fighting. He's got the tower advantage. Yamate's trying to just fight his way out of this one. He's got no rage, he's got an open wounds, he should just... That's Centaur, manly plays. He was still going for the Sanking there. I think he meant to switch target.
Because like Yamate saw the Dazzle beside the Centaur, he thinks like the Dazzle has grave to grave the Centaur, so he tried to kill the Sanking instead of the Centaur, but the Dazzle didn't have mana at all. So the Centaur actually made things work out.
Yeah, may have been able to kill the Centaur there, but either way, it was like Yamate was in a tough spot and he realized he wasn't getting out alive, but he could maybe get a
It
kill.
was actually quite dangerous. If the Lifestealer realized that the desert didn't have mana, he goes to slow the Centaur, kills the Centaur, and he might actually be able to kill one more after that.
Yeah, because he gets like he uses the open wounds on the Centaur and he life steals back up a decent amount of HP, and like Sanking was.
You can't really steal that much if you lifesteal the Centaur because he was like at 80, like or 50, 60 HP.
Yeah.
One shot he would have been dead.
Well, with
So
with the open wounds you get the extra life steal, but yeah, not a huge amount.
yeah, but I think that if he realized that he might have been able to kill two.
Yep. Well, unfortunately for Yamate, now it's tightened down. Zero kills to 2 early on. Pelosin's got a fast Midas when it's Faceless Void, so Midas Rush and Void, I think this is fine. Void benefits a lot from the extra attack speed. We'll see what he goes back for after this.
But the downside is like without a power threats right now, just look at Ohio. He has a face foot, so
yeah,
the Void is just without any regen, can't stand in the lane.
He's got Dazzle back. His buddy Dazzle with a Tango with a Shadow Wave, and that'll help sustain him here. Problem is for Ohio is there is a level 6 Chronosphere, so he can't actually stay in this lane. One more hero with the Void, and they can actually kill him pretty easily.
Yeah, but the thing is like there's no Sunstrike, so he's still fairly okay. Yeah. But bottom lane, Titan is going to push down the tier 1. There's no way they can defend this. So it took them 7.5 or almost 8 minutes to bring down this tower. Actually, it took quite a long time.
They had to bring an Ember Spirit as well, so they really had to commit a lot.
Yeah, they were worried. Like if they didn't bring more heroes, Effie could have TP'd down with the Chrono, so it could be really dangerous. So they needed to commit to take this tower.
Alright, well, we'll see some neutral... Actually, just a bit of a neutral pull coming out from Dazzle. He wants to try and get some more levels for himself. Sanking, meanwhile, has managed to finally start stacking neutrals as well, so Chibik's going to start working on that Blink Dagger, but this is not going to be a particularly fast Blink Dagger for Sanking.
Yeah, but I guess it's still okay.
Yeah.
If he gets it like at around maybe probably 13, 14, before 15 minutes, it's still fine, I guess.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like he needs a fast 10-minute Blink Dagger this game.
I feel like it's okay for him to like be slower because like the FV has gone for a slower pace as well with the Midas, so he actually doesn't really need the dagger as much as usually you would like to. But here comes Titan wanting to make something happen. Are they gonna look for the Sanking?
Oh, Sanking, does he see or sense him coming? He
wants to stack. He wants to stack, he might die here.
He gets caught out by Ensuring Chains. He's going to Burrow Strike, avoids the Impale. TP out coming from net, nothing to do about him. Fire Remnant from KYXY to escape here.
Oh, he's going to get stunned. Oh, okay.
No Burrow Strike.
Almost 1 more second. That was really close.
He timed it well. That Burrow Strike, just the 11-second cooldown. So Chibix can come back and finish off this neutral camp now. Luckily, he doesn't care about not getting the stack. He's just happy that he stayed alive.
Yeah, I think they actually might not do it because they knew that the Ember has a Remnant inside, might be dangerous. So maybe he'll just like wait for a stack.
He's got the Centaur and Dazzle nearby. Problem is Sanking won't get much XP if he's sharing this, and the Centaur actually going to draw the aggro, which is a bit unfortunate. But there we go. They'll be just fine for now.
Yeah.
Looks like Titan want to smoke up. They've got a Ohio and net marching towards this top lane. They've got a smoke and Ohio and...
They need to have, like I said, like looking at their draft, they need to have a good early game lead towards the middle game. Otherwise, it's tough for them going into the later phase.
Yeah,
they need to get this kill. They need to get this kill. It's very hard for them.
String Threads are up, so that's some extra HP for Faceless Void. And he's gone for just 1 point in the backtrack.
Wow, he's actually playing the situation really well. He knows that something is up.
I guess realizing that Puck can more or less... Puck plus Lifestealer can probably just kill him on their own, and they've got a Nyx in there as well, so...
Yeah, I was actually surprised they didn't actually invest the Puck or something just to run in. Oh well.
He pulls a creep wave, then farms a bit at the tower, so with how aggressive Yamate is playing under this tower, I think he realizes there's more heroes up here.
He's playing the situation really well, like I said. Oh, they're gonna go on him. Open wounds to start.
To maybe time walk up into the trees. Dreamcollect's gonna be used on Freedom. He graves himself. There's gonna be a Chronosphere coming out from Pelosin. He wants to fight this. He's not doing that much damage on the net, unfortunately. And Freedom gonna go down. Pelosin now on the run. There is no open wounds for 2 or 3 seconds, but TP out. Pelosin, Waning Rift. Is there gonna be enough right click damage? Oh, that Infest.
Oh no.
Did the Infest actually hit, or was it too late?
It didn't. It didn't. It was too late.
If that hits, it's a kill.
Yeah.
There was a chance of a backtrack, but...
The Sand King was like, he didn't even like try to go in and drop a Barrow Strike to secure the teleport. He was like, okay, you're gonna go out. He almost died.
That's actually okay for Scythe, just losing the Dazzle there, and Void managing to escape. It's pretty big news for them. Invoker's still farming at the mid lane. He's got 51 CS, working on drums after his phase boot. So.
Yeah, but he hasn't got anything done for his team so far.
Surprised he's not TPing into fights like that, because he's the one who needs to be coming to these mid-game clashes.
Oh yeah, I didn't see like if he was in a really bad shape just now. Like the gank on the FV, he could have actually TP'd down.
Yeah.
Maybe
he was just a bit low on HP because he's getting continuously harassed by the Ember Spirit. He's always was seeing on below half HP for a while there.
Yeah, probably that's the reason. But he's going to not have a very quick arcade since he's going to build the drums first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. Pelosin, 600 gold with his Treads Midas, and looks like Scythe, they've got a smoke of their own with the Sanking.
Shaman is level 6. This is the time where they are strong against Scythe. If they want to take control of the game, this is like the best moment for them.
Yeah. Just take towers one by one, and it looks like they'll just drop the Serpent Wards. Scythe, I think, just back off. I don't think they want to try fight this.
There's no chrono. They can't fight without a chrono. They have Stampede.
Invoker's rotating in as well, but it's going to be too late. This tower's already going to go down.
Yeah, I think the tower's gone.
Central's going to go in. I don't know about this one. The rage is there from Yamate. He should be able to dodge a hoof stomp. Does bait out the rage. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman gets a kill on the Sand King. Dreamfall going down here. This is going to catch out too. The stun coming through. Catches a couple more. Pelosin there with the Chronosphere in the backlines. Nicely played. Tornado EMP going through. This is going to be maybe the death in there. The Shackles is there. Extinct still alive. 43 HP. Pelosin finally finishes him off, but he's going to pay for this one with his life. Perhaps Time Walk not able to come up. 4 for 2 at the top lane. I don't know what Scythe were thinking. Engaging. They engaged him with a Stampede onto a lifesteal who just rages it up and gets out of there just fine. That was a really weird decision from Scythe.
They felt they could have taken the fight because like Shaman dropped the wards in front of the tower and they had like one hero coming from here, one hero coming from here, and 3 coming from here. So they were at a strategically better spot. They were surrounding Titan in this area. So they felt that they could have taken a fight.
But you're fighting into Ember Spirit. You're fighting into a lifestealer with phase drum.
I didn't see what happened to the Sand King. He died at the start of the fight.
Yeah, the Shadow Shaman somehow killed him. I don't know if it was I think it was the Serpent Wards plus like the initiation of the Ember Spirit maybe. As Invoker actually gonna get a solo kill mid on Shadow Shaman. That's a nice little pickup. But Shadow Shaman got the first kill on the Sand King, but I'm guessing it was some of his actual teammates initiating under the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I think it was the Puck that silenced, like stopped the Sand King from doing anything, and after that the Shaman just finished him off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though if you have the replay up.
No.
Are you doing like replay caps today?
We don't have the replay caps. No WPC today, Winter. We haven't got the technology.
Oh, who was doing it the other day, Roland?
For the instant replay stuff? You mean the teamfight recap?
Yeah, the teamfight recap.
Oh, okay.
Top lane.
Higher. The Stampede, maybe gonna save. Nope, Chibix is dead.
He's good.
Didn't
really
need
bad.
the Dream Call, but they'll use it anyway.
Oh, that's very bad for the Sand King. He's not gonna have a dagger anytime soon because of the last 2 deaths.
It's like a 20+ minute Blink Dagger at this rate.
If they take a tower, maybe 20. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, and Yamate, after that previous teamfight at top lane, he's got an armlet to go with his phase drums. He's looking really scary. He's just going to go in and hand it by himself. Doesn't actually dodge the hoof
He didn't get the rage off. He actually might have been able to get the kill. Rage in, drum charge, phase boots. Probably would have gotten.
He was trying to... Last time at top lane, when he raged, Centaur cancelled the hoof stomp. So I think he was just using some mind games there, thinking, oh, this time Centaur's going to do a fake hoof stomp again, so I'll just get a few right clicks off before having to rage. But Centaur was not faking that one.
Dire's middle tower.
And it was his life or death situation.
Yeah. You'll throw that stun.
Here comes the second Serpent Wards, another tower.
At this stage, it feels every Serpent Wards will be a dead tower.
Yeah, it does. Like, Serpent Wards are just really strong at taking towers.
Invoker is going to throw a Tornado EMP, Lifestealer rages it and doesn't take any damage, so...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Not much Invoker can do.
This is like really tough for them. Like they needed, like the only way they could have taken fights at a tower against a Shaman was early blink on Sand King. But
yeah, to jump in.
Since they're stuck in this situation, they are most likely every time Titan drops a ward before the Sand King has dagger, they just need to find a trade-off or just ditch and push the other.
Well, does it have to be early Sand King blink? I feel even just a Centaur blink would help them out, but not even like one of the 2 heroes needs a blink. They don't have to both.
Yeah, one of the 2. I agree. One of the 2.
Mid lane. Highest going in with a blink silence, and this is going to be a dead Sand King again. The Infest Bomb works out there, and Miracle just has to get himself
another one.
Oh man. Nyx Assassin teams up with the Ember Spirit there, and they kill off the
Dire's
Dazzle,
middle
so
tower is under
Titan just
attack.
kind of walking over Scythe right now. Started off fairly even, both teams trading kills a bit, but now 8 kills to 5, and momentum entirely in Titan's favor here as they're taking down tower after tower using these Serpent Ward.
Yeah, it all started from the top fight. Now, every
Dire's
time
middle
Titan
tower
comes
is
in
under
to push a
attack.
tower, side needs to just back off already. They are not in a very good position to defend, unless they're finding a pick off before that, or they initiate on someone first. Oh, here comes Ember Spirit.
Can they actually bring down KYXY? He's on the run. There's going to be a blink in from the puck. He didn't get caught up by the Chronosphere. Chronosphere just zoning out some of the Titan heroes. I think that was a complete airball on the Chrono. He was looking for the puck but missed. They kill the Ember Spirit anyways. Pelosin was hoping to get the puck out of it but didn't manage to hit him in the Chrono.
Yeah, but still a very good pick off. The Ember was worth a lot of experience and goal for the team. So, even though they didn't get the puck, but it was still a very good pick off for them. This will slow down. Like, Shaman has wards now, but he cannot use the wards because one of his, like, the solo mid guy is dead. So this is a lot of valuable time for Scythe to pick up their items.
Yeah, it does force him to just slow down just that little bit here. Yamate, though, farming at bottom lane. What's he picked up? He's going for a Basher, so he's got most of the Basher, just needs the recipe, and that's going to be up in about 300 gold, so having some way of just locking down the Faceless Void just that little bit better.
Dire's bottom tower
Would be
is under
interesting if he
attack.
finishes the Vlads.
I mean, Yamate
bottom-
fighting out at the bottom lane. He's popped the Mask of Madness. He wants to fight. Where's your
Santa's
Bashers?
blink. Santa's blink.
Pelosin, Bash Lord, no. Oh, pucks come in now. This is a lot of damage on the Faceless Void. Now Extinct on the backlines gets his Serpent Wards down. Mikasa's still alive though. Extinct going to be the first one to take a fall. Actually trades his life for the Centaur here. Now they want to deal with these Serpent Wards. Ember Spirit shows up to the party looking for maybe another Sleight of Fist spam. Meanwhile on the sides is the Invoker going down. Net finishes him off. Ember Spirit not finding any more heroes with his Sleight of Fist, but that's going to be a nice trade for Titan. 2 kills to 1, and they're going to get another Searing Chains onto X Freedom. No follow-up damage, but really nicely played once again from Titan. Yamate just too tanky at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it was like they tried to
Dire's
go on the
bottom
Lifestealer
tower
when
is
he
under
still has
attack.
Rage.
And
As
Puck
a
was
centaur.
nearby. I think they thought he was like
Yeah.
completely alone.
It's very, very risky. Like, there's no way you can get the.
Dire's
Oh, they're gonna go in.
structures
Chrono.
are
He
fortified.
got his
got
rage
rage.
off. He got his rage.
There's no follow-up damage. Centaur can't go. He's going to blink in and look for the hoof stomp. Oh, it's going to be
Oh.
close. They need one more right click. He gets the infest. Oh, he still goes down. That's Faceless Void with 670 gold, so that's actually worth the Chronosphere there, but they
Yeah, that
barely
was
got
worth
that
it.
one.
If they got the kill, that was totally worth it. Like, the
Oh.
only way he could have survived was like after the infest. Like, during the infest, he turns his armlet off, and then after he infests out, he turns his armlet back on again.
Yeah.
Maybe he survives.
Well.
Because like the Centaur already used the storm, so there was no more other lockdown for the Lifestealer. But it was still a very good trade for Scythe.
Yeah, that's what they needed, a kill like that. And this is going to give them more space, because like you said earlier, when Ember Spirit was dead, they can't push even when they have the Serpent Ward. Similarly, Lifestealer dead, they can't really group up just yet to push, and they didn't even get that tier 2 bottom tower. They're going to have to come back for this tier 2 tower, instead of
It's
going
one-
for either mid or top like they'd prefer to.
It's 1 HP away from deny range.
Yeah. Well, is that good for Titan, or good, like...
Better for Titan, I guess. They can
Kind
finish
of.
up later.
The problem is, like, you know, they're going to have to
Dire's
come push
middle
bottom
tower
again.
is
Like,
under
ideally
attack.
for them, they'd want to go push mid or top lane.
Yeah, true.
They have to
True.
push bottom lane a second time just to get this out of tower, which is going to be a kind of a pain in the ass for them. So.
Maybe sneak it.
Yeah.
Or bottom lane. Nat is going in. Sneaky, not hiding in the trees, coming out on Vendetta right now.
This could be a dead Sand King. Chippix has been in
Wow.
struggle mode. There's a counter gank though coming from the center and the Invoker. They could get 2 kills out of this one. Exing should be the first to go down. Forcer uses Stampede. They can't fight under the Serpent Ward.
He can't TP. He doesn't
He's
have
out of mana, yeah. There's no escape from him. He buys his Blink Dagger. Buy a TP scroll, buy a smoke, buy something. He snuck himself by. Centaur blinks him with a stun, and this will be a dead net.
Yeah, he got a TP scroll.
And they're going to clear off the Serpent Wards as well. So that's actually, it's still a good trade for Scythe. They get 2 kills, they farm some Serpent Wards, and
Yeah, I think it would be a lot better if Titan didn't actually blow the Serpent Wards there. I think
Yeah.
they were actually going to get the kill regardless, but and the wards weren't even in tower range, so if they could have gotten the kill plus the tower, then
Dire's
it would have
top
been worth it.
tower is under
yeah,
attack.
this tower's still alive for now. And got Lifestealer Yamate at the top lane, gets hit by a Tornado, but no follow-up for the time being. Faceless Void, just making his way into the jungle. He's going to run to Extinct. He can solo kill Extinct with a Chronosphere if he wants to use that, and
Yeah,
will
he
choose
definitely
to
can.
do so.
He doesn't have. Does he have enough mana? Oh, Intel trades, then he will have enough.
Okay. Well, he's not going to go for it now. He's actually going to go towards mid lane. KYXY. He's on the low ground, and maybe considering going for this kill
Comes the
needs...
Infest Bomb.
Oh, there we go. He's found the Chronosphere. It's going to be on Yamate here, but Mikasa, they need to keep Miracle alive for this one. They blow up the puck to start things off. Yamate gets bashed up. Nicely played there. The Shallow Grave going to also help out the Invoker. He gets impaled, but that Grave is going to save his life. The Mana Burn comes in. It's too late for him. Neck gets a kill. Puck even going to buy back for this one. Extinct gets stunned up by the Hoof Stomp. Double Edge brought down. Neck going to be the next to take a full Scythe. Still in this game. They're fighting, holding strong. Puck's brought back, but he's not done too much with this buyback just yet. KYX on the higher ground. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains ready to go, but Void not the easiest target. There's your Blink Silence. Pelosin getting low. Is there another Grave? Doesn't look like it. Pelosin's on the run. He gets the Time Walk off. That's going to help him escape. Hannah's down the front line. Hoofstomp, Double Edge. KYXY goes down to a Shadow Wave. What a team fight for Scythe. They turned things around, and that was a big, big mistake from Titan to go back in for more there. Winter, what happened?
They were greedy. If Yamate was like in good shape, not to say good shape, but had some mana or had a little bit more HP, probably they could have taken that kill. But he was like hiding all the way back. He didn't even want to run in and get any right clicks off on the FE. He was too afraid.
Oh. Man, yeah. And KYXO was he was waiting for that puck silence before he went. I mean, reasonably so. Like, if you scare the Void, if you start with the Searing Chains, Void just time walks out. They had to go with the puck first.
You need to start off with the silence, but again it was like a very risky situation. There was a tower there and everyone was like alive on side.
Yeah. It feels like Titan have gone away from the game plan. The game plan that was working for them for the first 18 minutes of the game was just group up as 5, drop Serpent Wards, take towers. And they've been trying to just take fights when they don't have Serpent Wards, use Shadow Shaman for like going like these gank squads, and it's just not working for them. They need to just go back to what was working for them earlier on in this game.
Yeah, but at the moment, I think they're still gonna be able to continue with the momentum by taking the tower. Oh no, the center.
I see Centaur, yeah. This is gonna be a guaranteed kill here. Or will it? Chronosphere comes in. Hannah's still in trouble. The Sand King, Epicenter, Burrow Strike. Chibix has got a Blink Dagger. Centaur's still alive. The Grave helping him stay alive with this one, and that's gonna be a dead Life Stealer. 3 heroes dead. What a turnaround from the Singaporeans here in Game 1 of the Grand Finals. They're fighting this one. They're not going down without a fight, Winter.
I think they're actually starting to get a lead in the game already, because now is the point where the Void is actually going to get stronger.
This Void's massive.
Scythe is also on the dire side, so the next thing is like the next mistake Titan makes is going to be a Roshan going the way of Scythe as well.
Yeah. Well, they're going in right now. They've got 20 seconds on the Lifestealer, 10 on the next assassin, getting to the Roshan pit fast enough.
It's actually quite slow. They can.
No, they ping it, but they don't
have
go.
Much damage.
Yeah. You're right, they're not going to go for it just now, and actually a higher bottom lane goes in on Pelosin. Nice ward trap. Is he Pelosin may just get solo killed. There's no Hex, there's no more disables. He should be okay, yeah.
Oh no.
They didn't disable that too well. Like, I think the silence was somewhat overlapped with the Hex and the shackles.
I still don't think they could have gotten the kill. The Void is very like, if he gets lucky with the backtrack, how are you gonna get a kill with those 2 heals?
And he does have the max backtrack, so he blocks a lot of that damage output.
Yeah, and again they dropped the watch.
Oh man. They did end up getting that tier 2 bottom tower. That's the one thing that did go their way.
Yeah, but it took them like 25 minutes almost.
Yeah.
And now someone's gonna smoke up.
What is KYXO's gone Vanguard? What is this?
Are you serious? Middle lane. Okay, the Hoofstorm misses. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I wasn't gonna say anything too harsh,
what?
but I don't know.
Why you get? Oh no, never mind, forget it.
Look, KYXY gets. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. He gets enough shit as it is.
The Vanguard is good for if you get Chrono, but still, you're not supposed to get Chrono. Oh well. But
he wants whatever survivability he can get. But
yeah,
the
it's gonna
damage
help him survive the Chronosphere, but it's really weird because like you're not playing to the strength of the Ember Spirit. It's like you're playing. Ember is like an all-out damage hero, then you're like going for defensive items.
I mean, you can kind of justify going for a BKB first, but even that is not the most common
BKB first helps. Yeah, it actually helps if even though you still get Chrono, but you don't get damaged by the spells.
Your teammate, Yusira, likes to go for the BKB first. I've seen him do that a few times.
He goes for a lot of very weird items.
Okay. You need to have a talk with him.
He goes for Butterfly on Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I saw that. That was weird. I don't know.
Which is like dot.
That's question mark in all chat.
No, because he didn't play much Ember Spirit that time, and suddenly Ember Spirit was like picked on and on again, so he wasn't familiar with what to build with the hero. But after a while, I was looking at his Ember play a lot. He was actually getting a lot better. He was a really good. He played the hero really well the last couple of times, but suddenly he gets a Vanguard. Suddenly he never stops to surprise me.
Yeah. Excellent, man. We'll see what he does. He's got 1,200 gold already, so he can start working towards whatever damage item it may be, but... Yeah, just a bit of an unusual item choice with the Vanguard for now.
If you're talking about you need HP, like SMY maybe on Ember would have at least been sort of understandable since it still gives you damage and the movement speed
Dire's
helps
middle
with the
tower
remnants.
is under
But
attack.
Vanguard... Okay.
Finally, it took Titan a long time, but they're finally going back to the old game plan. Drop down the Serpent Wards, bring down towers. Like, they have not done this for some time. And they do so in such a safe way. They may not get the tower last hit, but...
Mr. Parker, it's very hard. They have 2 BKBs now on Scythe. Invoker and Void has their BKBs and Centaur has a 4-star. Centaur is actually, after the bad start he had, he's actually considered very farm for off lane at 26 now. 26 minutes.
Titan need to get out of this top lane. They're
They're
on the run.
The ward actually spotted the smoke, if I'm not mistaken. The ward right here.
Okay, yeah. It seems Titan knew this was coming. They're going to back off. Either way, though, Scythe can just go for this tier 1 top tower. So I don't think they'll be too upset about not finding anyone. They've got the Aegis on Pelosin. They've got level 3 Chronosphere as well.
This fight is actually a lot stronger for Scythe since they don't have to deal with the Serpent Wards.
Yep. The one thing you always have to be worried about is that Lifestealer Puck Infest Bomb blinking into...
Yeah, but like, that actually could be a bad idea, talking about that. What if you get Chrono, both of you? If you do that and you don't do it on the Void, but the
Because Void can just BKB off the silence right away as well.
Yeah, and he's gonna Chrono Move. It's like a 2-in-1 package if you do that.
They're going for the trade at mid lane. They're trying to trade a tier 2 tower for the tier 1 top.
fight, and Scythe must try their best to take a fight.
Sankey's come in. Actually, Centaur blinks forward just to take out the creep wave. And
Oh,
Void
top
cancels his
lane,
TP. He gets Hex at top. Okay, gets the time walk out. It's a bit risky here, but Pelosin thinking about going back in at top lane. He sees 3-4 heroes though, and gonna think twice about it. Do they go? Are this a 2v4? They're positioning like they want to go back in. They're playing very aggressive here.
I don't know if they saw that Lifesteal didn't have a TP. That would be crucial if they saw that.
Lifesteal's just walked down bottom. Yeah, he cancelled ATP and he's picked up an Abyssal Blade now, but...
He was actually... I don't know if he knew that there was a ward there or something. I don't know why he didn't take the DD. Maybe he didn't see. Not sure.
Maybe it's not quite in vision.
Oh yeah, it's not in vision. I didn't see the position of that ward. Yeah, they don't see the ward. They don't see the rune. Oh, he's gonna try and pick off the Invoker here with the Abyssal on the creep. Sneaky ninja!
Ah, yeah, this is a smart little play. Unfortunately, the creep's gonna be the first one to get attacked, so he's you've infested the wrong creep, Yamate.
10 points for effort, though.
No one was there. But... So Void's gonna be going for an Aghanim Scepter for Scythe. It seems like
I think it's really good for their total team play. Like having another the Chronosphere is just so important for them. It takes down the Ember, it takes down the Lifestealer, so you don't actually need too much damage on the Void. You just need like the constant disable of the Chrono, and there's a Sand King Epicenter and the Centaur to like. There's so much damage coming to back the Void up.
And once Invoker gets a few more points in Exalt, which he probably starts... I think he goes back to Exalt now rather than more points in Quas. He can start doing damage with Media later on.
Quas is the maximum you go for. Then you go for max Exalt. But still, it's going to be a lot of area of effect damage, like with the EMP and the Epicenter. It's just going to kill anybody without BKB. Without magic immunity, basically.
They want to start taking down some tier 1 towers. Scythe have yet to take a single tower the entire game. They're behind by about 3k gold, but that's entirely because these money bags have yet to be claimed.
That's not very a very true reflection of the current state of the game.
Looking at the net worth, Void and Invoker, 2 of the top 3, and Lifesteal is still just nudging out the Void by just a mere 100 gold or so, but that's really... If
your Lifesteal is the same as the Void, you're in trouble.
So
you can't really beat the Void later, and at this point as well, like once the towers, like you mentioned, all the money bags go down, Titan is going to have nothing on Scythe. They don't have any sort of goal lead. Even in fact now that their goal lead is so insignificant because they are running a more early game orientated lineup, and Scythe is more mid to late game centric lineup. So if you don't have a huge goal lead, you're basically in trouble.
I think Titan, they've made the right choice not to try and fight into the Aegis though. Problem is they've now got to make sure this Aegis expires, they've got to go for some kind of a team fight. Make sure they can test the next Roshan, get more towers.
I think the next either the next Roshan or when Puck has a Hex. But it's an off-lane Puck, so good luck having the Hex anytime soon.
So, Aegis will expire now. So 30 seconds left on it. Pelosin going to try and make sure he can get a tier 1 tower out of this. We'll see in what Titan can do to stall this one. Slider Fist going to go through. Peloton takes a bit of damage. Searing Chain's not going to catch him out, unfortunately. Now with the Alacrity, this will be a dead tier 1. Looks like there's Puck just going to orb through, not do any follow-up.
Middle tower has fallen.
Time walk out. So they get the tier 1 with an Aegis. At the end of the day, that was not the most effective Aegis, but most importantly, it's denied from Titan.
First money back. Like, how many more to go? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's assuming Titan don't just start winning team fights now that there's no more Aegis, because they can look to get more aggressive now that this Aegis has expired.
Yeah, like, the way they start the fight, they need to be very careful. Like, Scythe has too many counter initiation. If you don't go on the Dazzle can just turn the fight around. And Sand King and Centaur, like, there's so many important targets. If they just look at Titan's heroes, they have to catch like so many of them, and the heroes are just better at catching one, like picking off one. But against a side lineup, which is so many backup, so many types of backup. Oh, Chronosphere.
Oh wow, they've gone in for this one. Yamate, he's fairly tanky here, but will they actually be able to bring him down? The Epicent's coming as well. There's no Burrow Strike though. He gets the Rage up, but it's too late. Brought down. Faceless Void getting the kill. Now Titan are on the run. I think Ahaya going to try to orb himself out. BKB's being popped by the Faceless Void. It's going to wear off. Have they got vision for net? Doesn't look like it. They chase down Ahaya instead. They're undecisive about which way they want to go. Where's that? They had a gem, I thought. Invoker has a gem. And he's going to find Nick. Uh-oh, that's dead net. Should have stayed in the trees, man. Should have stayed in the trees. Well done.
He's gonna get that line on him all the time when he dies.
That's his legacy now. He hides and waits in trees. He's the HY gamer of the year.
Did you count how many heroes already died in this area? They trying to take a rune. Have you counted recently?
For this game?
I mean, games recently, a lot of heroes have perished in this area, trying to get a DP, trying to get something.
Definitely an area where there's lots of action. I mean, you've got Roshan there to begin with, but the runes as well, often getting contested in the early game.
Yeah, this spot just reminds me of so much. I remember even at Star Rider, there was one game, and it was a game Mushi punishing someone trying to get a rune. I can't remember which game.
I think if you had like little, I know, what was it, Skadi sets were developing something where you could see heat maps where most of the kills are happening, and that was one of the big prime locations where there was always lots of kills. The mid lane as well had quite a lot of kills just because
oh no, Void Chrono again. Yamate's gonna go down.
Oh man, Puck's gonna ult himself through. Oxy goes into there, but he goes into a Burrow Strike. Now this could be the death of... Oh, the Puck gonna go down as well maybe? He can't blink, he ulted in and he's... Oh man.
This is buy one, free one.
Yeah. The Titan Special on sale. Coming to a store near you. Oh man, that was a unnecessary play there. I think they realized that, like, lifesteal going down, you want to do anything to save him because this game's slipping away. But
I wouldn't say it's like unnecessary, because if the lifesteal dies, the game is over for them.
Yeah, that was Ahayo's reasoning. Like, look, this lifesteal, if I can save his life, maybe we still have a chance. If he dies, we're getting really screwed over. Like, they're not going to GG out yet, but they're still in a tough spot.
Yeah, the chances of them winning this game is already dwindling down, maybe about close to very slim already. The chance like they would be able to win is like they are going to bank on a Hex initiation, basically on towards any of the side heroes, and you pick someone off before anything happens. Then you can take the fight the fight that comes later.
Yeah.
But even then, if you don't pick up the Void, you have to worry about the Chrono coming in, and there's always a Dazzle to make sure that whoever you're focusing on doesn't die as well. So it's a very tough situation for Titan.
The Dazzle was such a good pick this game, like getting it fourth as well. Like that was something which Titan just weren't ready for.
Man, the Dazzle is mostly good in like almost all situations. Like it's proven by Empire. They just first pick the hero. They don't care. They just first pick Dazzle if you don't ban it.
Especially like get to the late game, Lifestealer and Ember Spirit, all their physical damage is going to be negated so much if you're putting Weave on yourself and your team. Like,
yeah, not to mention the Weave is going to make the Lifestealer weak at the same time. Yeah.
So Scythe, game 1, looking really good for the Singaporean team.
I think if they don't mess up, they get this game. But yeah, there's still always something that might go wrong, some mistake, and shit happens.
If it drags like another 20 plus minutes, you've got Ember Spirit late game with Battle Fury crit.
Oh yeah, if he gets to that point where the Ember is so farmed,
he needs 2 more items at least. Like he needs a crit and a Rapier, or a crit and another Battle Fury.
Rapier, you're even talking about Rapier.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like 20-30 minutes in the distance, but
it's too early.
No. Well, I just don't see Titan winning the game without... Well, I guess Yamate is still really farm. Like, however you look at it, Yamate has got an Abyssal Blade. He's falling behind the Faceless Void on farm, but... Well, it's still manageable. The problem's going to come when Invoker gets a Scythe of Ice.
He really doesn't like to buy a Midas though. I feel like this situation, since they were in such a cruise control at the start, he could have gotten a Midas, actually made himself so much more stronger.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
He doesn't
tower
like to
has
get Midas
fallen.
on any of his carries if you...
When he was playing a lot of Clinks, when they were at WPC, every game he played Clinks, I'm like, why isn't he getting a Midas here? Midas is so
Dyer's
good on
bottom
Clink.
tower is under attack.
There's only a few reasons you don't want to get a Midas, like actually only one. Like if you want to control the game like 2 or 3 minutes earlier before you come online with the Midas.
Yeah.
But
They're trying to sneak road.
It's bad for them.
Ember Spirit Fire Remnants out of there, back towards the mid lane. They back off for now, but Yamate... Oh, it's a regen rune. He's going to be pretty happy about that. Serpent Wards are on cooldown, though. That's the big problem here.
The bigger problem is that they can't kill the Void.
Scythe can just go into the Roshan pit with Void plus Invoker, and the Sand King and Centaur just sit on the outside waiting to blink in. Like, have Sand King above the Roshan pit, put Centaur on the other side, dazzle somewhere else, and they can almost guarantee themselves right.
Like, taunt them, and two of them are inside, because Titan cannot take a fight like that.
Like, if they don't see the Centaur and the Sand King, and it's just Void and Invoker in the Roshan pit, they can't engage onto them.
It's Ohire's job to find the Void. Sorry, not the Void, the Sand King and the Centaur.
But then you've even got Dazzle who can keep those heroes alive. Like, if Dazzle's somewhere else, like, there's so many different heroes you've got to worry about.
Yeah, that's the problem. I was like, who do you go against Scythe? Who do you aim? It's like a big headache.
Probably, Centaur's got a BKB now, so even if you blink onto him, he just BKBs off the silence and then casts Stampede. So it's going to be the Sand King you go on, I guess, is my guess.
And if you go on the Sand King, like you said, there's a Dazzle and the Stampede. Good luck.
Now, like, look at this Dazzle positioning. He's just on the high ground at a secret shop. You've got Centaur above the pit, Invoker somewhere else, Sand King in the mid lane. Like, they're just spread out so much that you just have no idea who to go on. And there's no one you can go on. You just give up Roshan. I think that's the only choice Titan have, is just let them take Aegis here.
This is the last piece of the puzzle for them to push.
Well, maybe the Daedalus, but...
They're already very strong. I think they can just go start to take all the towers out, all the outer towers. Right
yeah,
now.
they not so much push high ground, but yeah, like you said, push outer towers. Like Daedalus is coming soon, Scythe of Ice for the Invoker's coming soon, but
yeah, he already has Daedalus, so
okay,
has everything he needs already. And Dazzle is not too far from Scepter though. Huh. I don't really
Hex is still a long way away, and that
Yeah.
to me is the only item which can really make a big difference for Titan in the near future.
That's the item they'll be waiting for. I don't even think you talk about like a rapier or another chronosphere just for Nyx. No
Yeah.
problem.
I think Net was just trying to like solo split push lanes out, so I don't know. I can understand what Net's doing.
If he doesn't have Scepter, you can maybe even argue like, okay, he used the ulti to pick up a support, long cooldown. Don't worry, guys, base created. But
No.
it's like what 60 seconds now.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. He's just good to go again.
It's like a Bat Rider Lesu, but AOE.
Oh. Invoker goes Lincoln's, not for the Scythe of Ice. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because like I was talking about, like the way they can win the fight is like to initiate on somebody first, and if you have the Lincolns, then
Well, there's no like hexes to initiate with. It's mostly
probably he's like expecting the puck to have a hex soon already.
Yeah.
And the Lincolns is good against the NA because NA burn. I don't know why Lincoln's blocks Impale since you don't actually target the hero anymore, but yeah.
yeah. It blocks Burrow Strikes as well. All these ground targeting spells.
He blocks Burrow Strike, why doesn't he block Impale? Top lane.
Alright, Tornado EMP. Gonna catch out Yamate. Doesn't rage it off. No
Wow,
Faceless Void. They're just trading mid lane.
Oh my god, he didn't rage that off. He needs to. Like, he totally has no mana now.
And if he TP's home, he can't fight. He's
middle tower
only got 200 mana. He's got 75, which he'll have to use for that TP. So he's just going to TP his way back home. Right now, they're just giving up base and infrastructure for free. Titan, they're in a lot of trouble here. Oh, there's your...
Wow, the chains came on time. Actually, the chains has like some sort of like a stun, so it cancels your animation.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. Tornado EMP invoked once again for Miracle. And they are looking to go high ground here. The Impale going to go through, going to catch out just Pelosi, gets healed up to follow. X-Sting, oh, blink backwards. He was very close to getting caught out there.
He wanted to get a shot off, but then he thought of otherwise. Maybe not.
Yeah. Pelosi's on the high ground though, and like you say,
it's like one of those things, you try to get a Fate Bolt to clear creeps and you get caught out. Oh, here comes the Void.
It's just
KYXY.
KYXY's
Vanguard
gonna
is
get.
not gonna save you, or maybe Vanguard's gonna save him. Maybe.
KYXY's dead. Here comes the lifesteal from the background. Wants the Dazzle. Dazzle gets off the self-grave, though. That's going to be the death of the Invoker instead. Unfortunately, the Dazzle had to grave himself. Sanking, Epicenter, Burrow Strike. There's a lot of damage here. Buybacks coming from Titan. The Ember Spirit as well as Nyx both buying back. Lifesteal, the next Sega Fall as well as the Shadow Shaman. But KYXY is back in the fight, doing a lot of damage here. They bring down the tier 3 tower, but Center and Sanking both in the run, both low. Mana Burn finishes off the Sanking. Only Center alive. He's got a blink. He needs to get the hell out of there. Doesn't actually use it. Triple kill for Net. It's a complete and utter desecration. That was a team wipe apart from the Aegis spawning the Void. He's going to TP himself back home.
That was a really good fight for Titan. They had to use a buyback, but it was well worth it.
The Chronosphere was used just on the Ember Spirit, and that's where, once that Chronosphere is down, Lifestealer made a really nice play, going on the Dazzle, forcing him to grave himself, and then they kill the Invoker once the grave's been used, so... that was a really good execution from Titan.
That's the reason why I was gonna talk about like the selection of items for the Dazzle. I didn't really like the Acceptor on him.
Yeah,
because I would have preferred like defensive items for yourself, like Ghost Scepter against the Lifestealer, or like
Force
even
Staff
a Yield
is-
Scepter, or
Force
even a
Staff's
Force
like
Staff.
one of the best times to have against like a Lifestealer as well, I feel.
Force Staff is just like one of the best items, not even for against Lifestealer, against everything.
Yeah, there's the one Force Staff on the Centaur this game. I don't think they've... Yeah, okay, they've got two with the Invoker as well, but... More Force Staffs the merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier. There's no harm. Like maybe sometimes you say going for more certain items, like maybe you can't get a lot of Shivas, but for Force Staff, for that matter, I think no matter what the situation is, if you can get a lot of Force Staff, it's always still really good.
It's such... And late game it counters Hex as well. Like, you Scythe of Vice someone, you Force Staff them away, so... And having just one is often not enough in a late game, because you want to like double, triple force them.
Force Staff gaming, like P9 games are always full of Force Staff.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to watch.
Do you think Force Staff needs to be tweaked at all? Like, being able to counter Hex with like a double, triple Force Staff, is that too
Straight
strong?
off the Void! Oh, he whiffed!
Yeah, look,
one
60-second cooldown. Like, I don't think that matters. Like, that's... It's a 60-second cooldown anyways. Like, you just throw that, and if you hit it, it's a kill. If you don't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just...
Titan may fight now, though.
Oh,
With
no.
Oh, they see the
Oh no,
Centaur.
this is bad! Hannah! Hex!
They're not going in, though. They're too scared. Sanking going to Burrow Strike himself through a higher now. Going to Hex the Sanking. Sanking could go down Pelosi. He's got no Chronosphere, but he just BKBs. Brings down the puck to start things off. He's going on Yamate next. There's a stun. There's a bash into Pelosi, and Yamate going to go down. Epicenter being channeled as well. KYXY. Slider Fist. He's got a fire ramp, which we will escape to. Now down to the low ground here. He's on the run as... They are chasing him. Gonna drop a Slider Fist. There's Hannah goes on, and there's a bash. Oh no. That's the end of the Ember Spirit. Buybacks on cooldown.
That's the Rex already.
Yeah. There's no buyback for Lifestealer, for Ember Spirit, for Puck.
They're lucky they have two tier 2 towers still alive.
Yeah, they can only... Well, again, they'll even TP Nyx bottom to keep this tier 2 alive as well. So Net's saying, look, we'll lose mid-racks, let's not lose anything more. Titan will fight this one out still, even after having lost their rack, because they're actually rotating bottom. Net needs to be careful. He needs to get the hell out of here soon.
He needs to get in the trees, you say?
Yeah. They didn't even go for the range racks mid. They just said, look, we've got a 50-second window without Ember Spirit alive. We want to get another melee rack as our #1 priority.
Yeah. Know your objectives.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And the creep wave at mid lane can mostly deal with that range track if it does get to the high ground. So
talking about Miracle, he knows his objectives. Yeah. What? Alacrity on the creep instead of the
I
void?
think that was a misclick. We need to panic just yet. A higher Waning Rift actually misused there. I think it was trying to Waning Rift and just stole the push, but closer now, just getting to work on this tower. How do you engage?
Oh no! Oh, there's a dust.
Oh.
There's a dust.
Sanking still looking for him out. Meanwhile, in the base here, it looks like Pelosi getting hexed up. Faceless Void getting taken out of the fight for a little bit here. He's got a Chronosphere though. He's just getting bashed. Permabash here. Pops the BKB. Use that Chrono. He gets bash lorded. Oh my god, Yamate. He's going to go down for this one, but he brings down the Faceless Void with him. Those bashes, man. That was clutch. Swings back in from Net and forces Mikasa to retreat now.
They defended.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit's respawned. He's looking for kills. He's chasing. X-Sting. No blink for you. Searing Chain's going to catch up the Centaur. The Hex is there as well, and this is going to be the death of Hannah, and unfortunately he gets graved up. Epicenter coming in from the Sand King. Is there a Burrow Strike? It's on cooldown. It's already been used. The Slider Fist finishes off the Centaur. KYXY is still trying to chase, and there's going to be a nice Impale. Catches up Freedom. He's out of mana here. Slider Fist going through, just catches up the Dazzle at the last second, but it looks like Titan need to retreat. They've overstayed their welcome. Neck going to go down if he's not careful. Carapace being used. Stuns out all of the Scythe. 2 heroes still chasing him down. KYXY's not done. He's got another Sleight of Fist in a couple seconds. It's going to be the Sand King. Caught up by the Searing Chains. Gets graved up. That keeps him alive just a little bit longer. Needs one more Sleight of Fist. There's a Sandstorm. There's a Blink. He doesn't get away though. Ember Spirit just gets the kill with that Sleight of Fist. The objectives do not get taken by Scythe.
Oh, range Rex going down. Objectives.
I don't know if that's an objective. The melee back bottom, that was the main objective.
Yeah, but it was a really good play that... Oh, okay, maybe not very
It was a really good bash.
It was just a really good bash.
Void could have Chronosphered it. He popped his BKB instead of just... He could have just straight up Chronosphered the Lifestealer, but...
Could have Chronosphere first.
He got a bit greedy. I don't know about greedy, but he just
he got
misplayed.
bashed twice in a row, then it was like over.
Were they both bashes, or was one even the Abyssal Blade? I couldn't quite tell, but...
He started with the Abyssal after he got Tornadoed first, and when he dropped down after Tornado, he got his Rage and Abyssal first. And after that, he got another two or three bashes.
I think a couple, yeah, like you say, a couple of bashes, and, well, RNG works in his favor, and luckily for Titan, that keeps him in the game. Yamate did die, and this is where Yamate, he's got this Assault Crest, making himself a bit tankier, a bit better on damage output, but it's still not enough to keep him alive. Once his Rage wears off, he just gets destroyed by the magic burst damage that Scythe have. It's not all about the Void.
And about RNGs, the Void is going for a Talisman, so more evasion now.
Oh man, that's rough. He's just gonna go, yeah, I guess you just go MKB next once you see this.
He doesn't have any money for that. Too bad.
Oh.
But there's a Hex on the Invoker and he's the assassin right now.
Yeah. Hex on your Invoker. Dazzle's gonna finish off a Yule Scepter. Void Soul's a bit of a ways to go before he finishes that. And the Shiver's Guard was picked up by Centaur, so that's also going to block a bit of this Lifestealer's damage output, just having that attack speed slow.
Yeah, for sure. Lifestealer is a very good item against Lifestealer. It's gonna be Aegis. Okay, this is just...
Yeah. We saw last time how impossible it is to contest this for Titan. Assuming Scythe position themselves where they don't just group up in the Roche pit.
They need to contest it, because if they don't contest it, it's mostly over if they give the Aegis and Cheese away.
Well, if they do contest it, it could be over as well, but I think they realize they may as well give it a go here. Extinct has a Lifesteal infested of him. This is the Shadow Shaman. Blink in, Serpent Wards get dropped down as well. The BKBs immediately pop. Out comes Lifestealer. Extinct will pay for this one, but he's got Lifesteal into the fight. There's going to be a Hex followed up by a Chronosphere. They're trying to bring down Yamate. He's tanky with that Assault Crest, but it doesn't look like he's tanky enough. The Mask of Madness on cooldown. There's your Heaven's Halberd coming out. Something disarms him. Yamate's still going to take a fall here. Titan have lost 3. Nyx and Puck, the only 2 left standing, and Ahio now on the high ground gets hoof stomped up after a blink. Roshan will take a fall, and Ahio can probably escape from the Centaur, but they're not going to be able to stop Roshan going down. Ahio orbs himself forward. He wants Roshan. Net's got him with an Impale. Nicely played here. Ember Spirit going to get himself a double kill, though, and... Oh.
Nyx stole the Aegis.
Wow, he stole the Aegis. KYXY did it. Aegis cheese. Okay. Titan's still in this game. They said they had to contest Roshan, and they successfully do so.
But
nice buyback from Ember Spirit to set that one up.
Paid a huge price. They lost the Ember Spirit once, and Lifestealer had to die as well. But they got the Aegis, so I guess it evens things out.
It was going to be tricky regardless. So.
Yeah, they even got the last hit on the Roche. Oh well.
Yeah, they got the last hit on the Roshan. They got the Aegis, and they killed everyone except Centaur. And Centaur's, well, I mean, that's not a hero you care about killing. They killed Void and Invoker that fight, so it was actually a really good team fight for Titan.
Yeah, it was really good in the end. Like you said again before, remember the fight where Scythe lost, where they dropped the chrono on one person and everything else on one person, and the rest of Titan were just able to respond and just take out everyone else.
Yeah.
They need to be really careful. Sometimes like you feel, oh, I'm chronoing the carry, the Lifestealer. You got this, but looking at the other heroes like the Puck and Ember and the Nyx, they deal a lot of damage over time, especially the mana burn at this stage.
Yeah,
mana burn from the
Net did so much damage in that fight as well. And once,
yeah.
Well, it was a good fight for Scythe until the Ember Spirit fought back, and then Nyx blinked in, hit a 2-hero Impale, and Ember Spirit followed up with a ton of damage output.
Yeah, the slide, and they killed the Roshan. They got the Aegis. Yeah. There's this thing with Mushi's teammates all the time. You always remember to do something at the Roche.
Look, that was KYXY coming up big in the Roshan pit. Making the plays this game. I'd say KYXY is an unconventional item build with the Vanguard, but all in all, he's played well and done what's needed of him.
I still think it didn't really save him. Like the 2 times I was like looking at him and he got chrono, he still died. Like the Vanguard didn't really save him.
This Vanguard probably not the most value pickup this game.
Yeah, I would have like rather like you mentioned, if you really want to survive, just get a BKB.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Not.
They pass the cheese to the lifestealer, so he's gonna be. You can't burst him down. Oh, they're gonna find Nat. Nope.
He gets out of there. The gem from the Centaur just caught vision for a second, it looks like, and it's still very heavily Scythe favored this game. It's a big dip up in the gold graph.
Late game it might be really tricky with the Ember, and once the Puck, I'm assuming the Puck would actually go for Ethereal Blade now against the Void. It's extremely useful.
Yeah, Void's BKB down to 4 seconds already, so Void's gonna have to buy a new BKB. I guess the question is, does he buy the Butterfly first, or does he just go straight into a new BKB? Because this 4-second BKB is not gonna be long enough against all the lockdown on the Titan side.
Maybe he just goes for either goes for just finishing the Butterfly. I feel, because like the Lifestealer is not going to finish MKB anytime soon.
Yeah. No. Faces Void, 4.5k gold, and Titan actually, for once this game, they can actually be kind of aggressive, force themselves around the map. You've got an Aegis on your Nyx Assassin, and
how often do we say that? You got an Aegis Nyx Assassin.
Net with an Aegis does not happen very often, that's for sure. You'd be looking at Yamete or KYXY with the Aegis 9 times out of 10.
KYXY doesn't take the Aegis. Sorry.
Winter, you're cruel. You're too many cheap shots. Too many cheap shots.
You took cheap shots at net as well, so
yeah.
I'm here to do my part.
Yeah. Scythe still looking to get aggressive on the map here. They want this bottom lane desperately. Smoke will get revealed from the high ground for Yamete. Observer gets planted. They see him plant it though. Little buildings helping give some vision. They actually, I think it was just Lifestealer giving some good vision, and they know the ward's here. They should be able to de-ward this. Don't know if they've got a gem. Yeah, they've got the gem on the Puck. So Puck TP's back. We'll de-ward it, and Scythe still limited for.
Oh, they need to be careful.
Oh, there's a Hex. They're going to go in first to start things off on Lifestealer. Do they go for a Chronosphere? Lifestealer doesn't even have to rage, so nicely played there. The Halberd was used. Also, you know, just the disarm coming out. As what am I talking about Halberds for? Just a disarm from a Deathling Blast happening on the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I think they need to realize that they have to drop the Meteor when the Void Chronos the Lifestealer. There's not enough damage already now to kill the Lifestealer. They need the Meteor and Sunstrike, everything on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, it is a max Exort Invoker now, so what was started off as a Quaswex Invoker is now a level 25 Invoker, more or less, with everything maxed out. So, Sunstrikes, Meteors, Forward Spirits, and Alacrity coming into play. As he's got Ghostwalk, so he's going to go for a bit of an adventure here, try and find some pickoffs. He runs right into Net. Have they got detection for this? Yeah, he saw Net, but Net's got the Aegis is the problem. You don't actually want to really... Oh, they see the Invoker, the Invoker. But be careful, Tornado going to go through, catches out too. Void goes in, falls up with a Chronosphere. Only Yamete again. Nice blink out from a high, but the problem is Yamete looks dead. He can't pop the cheese, he gets hexed up as well. Is there a buyback? Doesn't look like it. They're going to use the Shadow Shaman as well as Sanking comes through with an Epicenter. That's 2 heroes dead. Lifestealer has got buyback though. He's going to have to use it.
Shaman doesn't have buyback. Only Lifestealer.
Yeah. Lifesteal's the big one here that they need, and with Chronosphere on cooldown, they've got to go now. Lifesteal buys back, there's going to be a Blink initiation. Net goes in first, he's got the Aegis, he'll be respawning in just a second. He forces the BKBs as well. Sleight of Fist going through, doing a ton of damage. Lifestealer, Abyssal Blade onto Pelosin. Pelosin, Grave is there, that's going to save the Faceless Void. Sleight of Fist still going through, they're going to lose the Invoker now. Pelosin's got no more Grave. He gets bashed up as well. First hit bash from Yamete. Centaur goes down, 3 heroes dead. Titan are doing it. They're turning this game around. They're going to get freedom as well. Dazzle takes a fall. Sanking the only one left standing. Their base in tatters though, but they don't lose any more Raxes. They hold once again. They buy time. This game goes on.
They took a gamble that fight. They bought all the gold on the Ember Spirit. He bought a Daedalus before the fight, and he didn't have buyback for that fight, and he paid off.
They needed this item though. Like that was a lot of the damage output in the fight, more so than the Lifestealer. And the Spirit went big.
Ethereal on the Puck now. This is gonna be like you can't chrono 1+1 now. If you do that, you're gonna lose the fight.
Yeah. I think, I mean, once the Lifestealer's dead, if he doesn't have buyback there, it's GG, but Titan are smarter than that. They're not going to let Lifestealer, at this stage of the game, not have buyback unless it's on cooldown, because he's had to use it previously.
And now it's going to be difficult for them to burst the Lifestealer, because the Ethereal is going to be always there to save him, and once he's out of the chrono, he's going to be able to pop his cheese and turn the fight around.
Yeah.
Now the uncertainty of the game is increasing because of the Ember Spirit.
And this is two towers picked up by Titan, so that's a big
Dire's
gold
middle
boost
tower
suddenly that
is
they've
under
picked up.
attack. Dire's
Scythe still have
middle
heroes dead.
tower
They've got
has
30 seconds
fallen.
without the Void, although it looks like they could buy back if they want to. Invoker also has buyback. They're just trying to hold on to their Raptors without having to need these buybacks. Serpent Ward's dropped at mid.
Dire's
Yamate
structures
getting
are
to work on this tier 3
fortified.
tower. Invoker will be respawning with the Centaur in just a second, so Tornado, EMPs, Deafening Blast
Dire's
should be able to
middle
stall this
tower
one,
is under attack.
but they got to be careful.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Scythe are just letting Raxus go down. This melee Rax is dead. They could have defended this with buybacks, but they opted just to give it up. At this stage of the game, you can still fight Raxus down. We've seen that from Titan so far. Hex going through on Yamate. Yamate now in some trouble. Chibix doesn't have a Burrow Stroke for a couple seconds. Yamate has a cheese. He needs to maybe pop it soon. If he gets stunned up, it's the end for him. He's got a okay, cheeses. Gets blink stunned though. Yamate, he's going to get brought down.
Oh, this is a big window.
Oh, there's
90
no
seconds.
buyback for the Lifestealer. You're right. That's
This is a very
trouble.
big window.
I don't know what else. Titan just needed to maybe retreat a little sooner there because they got the Raptors, but just managed to get caught out on the retreat.
They didn't have a choice though, because like the moment they got the Rex, they got stunned by the Centaur, and
Yeah.
the Sand King came in as well. So somebody had to die. Somebody had to die, but it was really unfortunate they couldn't save the Lifestealer.
Yeah, I imagine Scythe will get at least bottom Raptors here in return because no Lifestealer. Shadow Shaman dead for 10 more seconds as well.
Oh, the Ember!
KYXY caught out. The Chronosphere's being used on the backlines. Ohio and Net both caught out. Meanwhile, the Hex, they burst down the Ember Spirit. Pelosion's got the backlines. He's killed off Puck. He's looking for Net as well with the BKB. He can look to bring him down. Ember Spirit fires back into the game. He's got the Daedalus. He needs some big
Radiant's
crits here.
bottom barracks are under attack.
You don't get crits, you're going home right now. Blink. Ooh, no hoof stomp to follow.
Oh no, they
Wait,
lost
like,
the
careful.
Rex.
Radiant's
my
bottom
son.
barracks has fallen.
Another. Oh, the Burrow Strike
My
not
God.
going to land. He gets the Slider Fist at the right time, but there's an offensive Yule. 4-star forward. Hannah getting hexed up. That's going to prevent any
the
further
crit.
damage.
He almost killed two guys.
Everyone's getting so low. Exing goes forward with his Serpent Wards, but there's a BKB from Miracle. That saves his life, and it looks like Scythe will retreat. They need to start spamming up that Shadow Wave, so... Titan... they didn't get any kills there, but the main thing is they don't get thrown, they don't get mega
Dire's
creep.
top tower is under attack.
It wasn't pretty, but they're still in this game. They've still got Lifesteal respawning now, they've got Puck respawning, it's 4 Raxes to the 1 melee Rax in the mid lane, so it's not over just yet.
You have Ember with better Fury, you can defend for Rex, no problem.
Yeah. And Ember Spirit's getting another crit. He's picked up a Crystallis, he's going all in, doesn't care about... Well, his buyback's on cooldown anyways, so he'll buy whatever it takes to stay in this game for his team.
If you're talking about he'll buy what it takes, I guess it takes a Rapier.
Well, that's what I would have felt as well, but he's going for that second crit first.
Nah, he doesn't have money to buy the Rapier though,
No.
so the crit is like the best cost-efficient item he can get right now. Like, the most he can get out from a 2000 gold item.
Yeah, he thought they were maybe going to die, and if you die with 2,000 gold that you could have spent for just a little bit of extra damage, even an extra 100 or 200
Yeah.
damage.
Man, talking about Ember, that extra little bit damage becomes a lot when you
Yeah.
you land a crit and a splash.
Not to mention you're using that Slider Fist every 6 seconds, so it's constant spam. Coming out.
They
Ooh,
see
they blink forward. Pelosi, though, the Stampede's there. The Centaur's coming. He's the hero of this fight so far. Chronosphere going to catch out your Puck as well as the Lifesteal. They bring down the Puck first. Lifesteal will be afterthought. Yamate, hexed up, will be brought down. That's 2 heroes dead. Now Net going to be the 3rd, 4th. And uh-oh, this is looking like it's all over. Ember Spirit gets caught out. Team wipe. GG. And Scythe have done it 59 minutes in. They take game 1 of a best-of-5 grand finals here. And what a way to start things off, Winter.
I have to say the MVP for this game has to be like the Dazzle and the Centaur, especially these two. Played really, really well.
Yeah, that was...
Hannah and Freedom.
Whew, the supports, man. Like, that was a big game for them. Less so Chibix, but yeah, Freedom did a lot on the Dazzle, Hannah on the
He did a
Centaur.
lot. Especially Hannah when he had such a bad start and he got... Like, especially the most crucial one was, remember the bottom one where he was chasing Yamate and Yamate was thinking like the Dazzle had mana to grave him and he didn't want to kill him. And he just ran up and double edged him. Because of the double edge, they got the kill.
And that was like 10 minutes into the game, because that was the second kill that Scythe picked
And
up.
that was really crucial because Titan were running a very early game orientated lineup. If that didn't happen, you imagine that the push, they could have gotten the towers like 2-3 minutes earlier and things would have been so different.
Well, that does it for game 1, guys. Big thanks to everyone for tuning into the inaugural, powered by Twitch. Big thanks and shout out to Twitch for bringing us this fantastic tournament. The grand finals, guys, Scythe versus Titan. That was just game 1. We've got a best of 5. Myself, Gods, and Winter will be taking you through the evening, casting some good old SEA Dota to find out who's the best team in Southeast Asia, at least as far as the Inaugural is concerned. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Game 2 between Scythe and Titan will be live. Don't go anywhere.